It's actually been exactly a year since we left Mexico, and we still have not found our forever home. Instead, we've been moving and moving and moving still. And here is our story over what we have had to do and achieved over the last year. We had to leave Mexico due to pirate landlords and multiple apartment robberies, and basically being made homeless by being pushed out. And these were most incredibly stressful, awful experiences, and among the many I've had in Latin America. And we came to Europe to try and find more security and stability. In order to fly my pets to Europe, because I have 6 pets, we had to take multiple flights because you could not fly 6 animals in one plane. So you'll see here in the video examples of the 4 journeys and 48 hours of flying and road, and it was a lot. So far, Mittens had a bit of a pee crisis, and I had to go change my jeans. But right now we're all cleaned up. He's sleeping. Bonnie sleeping. And we've got a really wonderful driver. He's great. At the airport, we had to go and do some paperwork. What we didn't know is that you were supposed to make an appointment 2 days before your flight in order to do the paperwork. And we were told that we couldn't board and we couldn't fly. And when we were told that, I had an asthma attack right there at the office. And so they said, okay, we will make compromise. And instead, they let us do the paperwork. So I had to do 5 hours of paperwork before the flight. And we actually managed to get the flight, but we almost missed it. It was very, very stressful, because we'd already done so much paperwork before the flight to get the pets ready for all their requirements for flying to Europe. The crazy thing was that after doing all that paperwork, that when we arrived at Paris with my dog box, the dog travel box and the cat travel boxes, nobody even wanted to check the paperwork because it was the end of their day, they were tired, and they just waved us through, which was just amazing. So that was kind of a bit of a relief, but at the same time bizarre after doing all of that. Hi everybody. So I've been pinching myself because I can hardly believe that we're here. It's been a series of miracles, just unbelievable, because we were almost turned away at Mexico Airport, and that was just devastating in that moment. Anyway, I'm going to show you how my babies are right now and where we are temporarily staying, thanks to my good friends who are animal rescuers as well. This is where I will be for the summer, and hopefully I can bring Canella. My babies are in here. That's Honey. And the cats are here somewhere too. There they are. So everybody is very well and recovering from their trip. Thank you very much for your support. We love you and appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Así.
Oh, she doesn't care about me. She's saying thank you.
She loves both Carla.
She's saying that. Oh,
I got two mummies.
she's saying thank you. Yeah.
Look how beautiful she is.
Oh, she looks amazing. Oh, she's happy.
You wanna meet Tofu?
It's so cool.
So back in Mexico for the other pets, it was so good to see them again. It was just too long apart, and we had to face a lot more problems with paperwork, actually a lot more problems at the airport with paperwork the second time round. It was just unbelievable. But I had Carla there, and she has the same name as me, and she was our pet sitter in San Miguel Allende. She's Argentinian, and she rescues dogs and cats, and she's the most amazing human being. She is so wonderful, and she was just incredible while we were trying to sort out everything at the airport again. And she just made sure that we did that before she left. She was just a wonderful human being, and I'm so blessed to know her.
Got a long way. bit of a scary moment when we did the second signing, because on the document that Canella had, they didn't put the microchip number on the front, but luckily it was on one of the back sheets, but they should have put it on the front sheet, but she still accepted it.
This is Canella's first experience of a European garden. Canella's first pea in France.
So while it was great to be reunited with all my pets again after being separated for the summer and having to do 2 lots of return flights and 2 lots of mountains of paperwork, we had trouble trying to find somewhere to live in France. The places that you saw were temporary and not in terribly good condition, and certainly not livable for the long term. That place where we were had no proper bathroom and running water and things like that, and it was way too cold for the winter. It didn't have any insulation or heating, and the winters in France are very severe. So we were looking for apartments and houses and just kept getting no responses. So we decided to try and look in Italy because I'd heard about these affitto con riscatto's rent-to-buy possibilities. So in November we went to Italy, a very long road trip, 16 hours I think. And we spent from December to February there looking, and we had a terrible time with several different landlords who again complained about the animals after taking them and agreeing to take them. And I had to move over Christmas. It was very stressful. And I had to move again in February, and we moved back to France because there was an opening for a place. But since we've been here, it's been really, really hard, and this current landlord has now started to harass us after just 3 months of being here. And we're trying to find somewhere else that will accept my 6 animals and me. This is why we really need a forever home. The amount of displacement, travel, and thousands that I've had to put into moving costs and keeping my pets together, it's just phenomenal. And the amount of money that I've lost in deposits and moving, it's just too much, and this is why we need a forever home. So if you are able to donate just a few dollars, the price of a cup of coffee, it could change everything for us. We just need to reach a goal to have enough to put down a deposit so that we can try and buy a place or raise enough, at least 20,000, we might be able to even afford a small, humble shelter that might need light repairs in Europe, but that's not something we're going to be able to do in the UK. But we really do need to find a pet-friendly forever home that isn't going to force us out through a change of heart, because we're good tenants and we deserve a home, a normal home, like every other family, and we really hope and pray that we can reach that point, because right now this is affecting my kidney health very badly. I've got stage 4 kidney disease, and I really don't want to end up in a hospital on dialysis. And the next thing I face is a transplant, possibly, with this level of stress and constantly moving. So right now we are hoping that we can reach our goals. Please share this story and help us make that possible. Thank you so much for your support, and for those who've already got us this far and helped keep our family together. Thank you from the bottom of my heart.